let's talk about that press conference, and it just felt weird. Felt very odd, but let's talk about it. Hello and welcome to this video. You could like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Much appreciate it. Liking out the algorithm, sharing gets in front of people's faces, and subscribing lets me know you like the channel. Hit a notification bell to let you know when videos go live. Apologies that this is late. I've had dentist and I've also been hit with some not very good family news. So I just took a bit of time to try and digest that. So things might be a little bit strained on the channel for a little bit, but I'll still carry on because I need something to keep my brain going. But anyway, Sheffield Wednesday manager Danny Rohl it was weird. He moved with very non-complex, very somber, I would say. And it felt very interesting how he was answering things. He got asked about the reports about his contract, about him being looking at going to the potential of him going to Southampton. And he got asked about the long term, if he was still in the long term thing. And he pledged his responsibility to the club and the support and pledged he's absolutely focused on one job in hand and saying there was no distraction on his part regarding the speculation in the future. He said it should not be for me, for my person. It should be more general, the plan from the whole club. I think it's part of the case that I'm part of the long term, but of course, in general, the club want to have a long term. This is what we work together, moment to bring in different direction. Of course, football is football, you know, business, but I think if you do not have a long-term vision of what you want to do, you want to see this happen, then it's different. I think the last 18 months we put topic forward and we tried to get change and try and get something. And he's right, they have brought an identity in. He said he's not sure about long-term in football. What I learned about championship football is that long-term as a manager in championship means about 9 months. I don't know the championship go quickly, but we have tried a lot of things. I read that it's the first time in 4 or 5 seasons that you Wednesday have played a good position without a relegation fight or anything like that. So after that, it's a huge step. He spoke about how he spoke about the whole situation with DC. He said you have to put a line, you have to link the whole situation. And he was asked about the club bargaining, carrying out long-term plan. We made some good signings. We made some signings of the long-term project as well. You're thinking that of Kabachi, Charlie McNeil there, your long-termers. We tried to refresh the team, and it part of that and satisfy what we did. You look back and we possibly what wasn't in 2 windows. I think you have to trust us. We have all the information maybe from the outside. It's easier. We should do this and this. We know which teams you need in terms of what you need to bring in a player to play. We have a good group together, and that's the reason of where we are. And I think that's a really good thing. It does say where he wants to do with the whole situation with long term, and it was the one where you look at it, it's, again, it can't be helped that this whole situation with long term thinking is something that popped up, especially with the Southampton thing coming yet again. And he made it very, very clear. He said, I must say all the rumours around the topic don't influence me. That's the main part for me. It's about the next game, winning the next game with my group after the last result where we didn't win. Our job is to bring us back. This is the main part. Where my energies are, it with Sheffield Wednesday. With my group, I do everything. We have a meeting to prepare a team as much as I can and put them to the limit. And this is my main target and goal at the moment. And the thing is, when you look at it, he got the thing where I think he's just fed up with asking about the questions. I generally do think he's fed up of the question being asked and just wanting to get on with it. He said, that's no problem for me. I'm not listening to left or right. My focus is here with what we have to do. My sponsor for the group is here. The club are massive fans. I think this is important, not some headline. I think sometimes they're too much outside. And for me, it's no problem to avoid this. Everyone knows my contract situation. There's no reason why we shouldn't talk about anything else. It's only about the next games and the next 11. We should be fully focused on what we get in many points. And he got a point. The thing is, we know what his situation is. We know what he's trying to do. And he wants to try and do this. And the thing is, I hope Danny stays till the end of the contract. But I do see things like this. And you do think, is there going to be done head turning. For me, it sounds like he's just getting on with it. Now, I'm going to get told that I'm a bit deluded here and the body language says otherwise and all this kind of stuff. But he's probably sick of doing it. But at the same time, it's one of these things. He also spoke about referees in games and said he spoke to the ref straight after the game. It was okay. It was better. They know what it means to have responsibility. And look, maybe they think about some decisions called, but we carry on. It makes no sense. I said this after, if we take our chances and we take our responsibility on the football pitch, then it happened. But he also said they're humans, and sometimes we make wrong decisions, just the managers and players. After game, it's easy to blame, but it's one of the hardest jobs. But he also said they're doing the best job they can do, and I think it's one of those things where you look at that and you go, okay, yes, they're not great. We know the refs are not great, but he has said that they are having that situation where he gets it. They're human. It doesn't happen overnight and things like that. You have to look at it as a whole of how referees are. Some are great, some are crap. We all know the ones that are not great, but it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. Bannan got spoke about as well. He got spoke about he confirmed his contract with the club come to an end of the season. Spoke frankly about his future. He's on the 400 appearance tally, and he said it'd be interesting. He said, I'm fine about it. My job is to play week in, week out for the club, to concentrate on games. I've always found that what I've been in my last year before. If you go out and do the business on the pitch, likelihood is that you'll get rewarded at the end of the season. Bannan got 4 goals in 36 matches across all competitions, so it'd be good to see if we can get another one. But he did hint about what he might do, as hinted about potential future in coaching at the club he now calls home. There seems to be a little doubt a fresh deal will be offered, but in an eventuality, Bannan is philosophical. I'm happy with how the season has gone so far, but I'd like to think a little bit better as well. I've got 11 games left to push to try and score more goals, more saves, and try and get more wins for the football. Then we'll look at the end of the season. If I get offered a new deal, then I'll sign it. If I don't, then I'm sure I'll try and find something else. And it's interesting that, like, there's always been the thing, what happens if we don't get a new deal for Bannan? What happens with Bannan at the end of the season? And we've been saying for a longer time, we've been looking to find the next person for Bannan and see what happens there. So it's really interesting to see him speak about things like that. Also, just a last bit for me, some of the players are back, some of them will travel, some won't travel. It's about just finding out what they can do. Masaba's still a doubt, while Valerie remains someone in doubt as well. Michael Smith has got rid of that hurdle. The status on Loan Patterson is positive news as well, which is good. Dewey's back as well, so it'll be good to see what we can do. So that's good that we got players coming back from injury. But all in all, I thought it was a quite sombering press conference a little bit. I think there was a lot to be said, and a lot of people could pick out of it as a reading into it. But I think it was more of a case, he's sick of being asked about his future. He just wants to talk about the football. But again, this is one of those things you can tell when he has this. This is him being a very young, inexperienced manager with the press. He's good with the press, don't get me wrong. He's good with the media. But the times where you can tell you just like, let's just talk about football, guys. So let's just move on to the Plymouth game. It should be good. There'll be a preview tomorrow. There'll be also a roundup tomorrow night, and then there'll be the game afterwards, the review after the game, and then your usual manager bits on Sunday, and debrief on the Monday, and a preview. Could we play Norwich, don't we? So yeah. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Just do me a favour. Hold on to your loved one tightly. Tell them that you care about them. Tell them that you love them. And go from there. Thanks.